Thanks for tuning in to another segment of Incarceration to Incorporation. I'm AB. I'm the founder and the CEO of Incarceration to Incorporation, where we specialize in helping those that have been incarcerated transition back into society, whether it's through entrepreneurship, mentorship, or just doing stuff positive in the community. Like usual, every Friday. What's up, fellas? I got my co-host with me, Julius Hall, which is the founder and the CEO of All Things Relevant Media, which is responsible for putting this platform together. Julius Hall, what's up, my brother?
Hey, what's up? What's up, America?
What's
America.
happening? What's happening?
Glad to be here.
We got Andre Richardson on board with us tonight. Andre Richardson,
Yes,
he's
sir.
out there in Florida. We also have my main man out here, Keith Richardson.
What's going on?
We're gonna talk with these gentlemen tonight, man, and we have a lot to talk about, man. Like we always say, we are not just a local platform, we are international platform. We bring on brothers and sisters that's all over the world that come on board and participate to talk about what it is that they got going on and what it is that they doing in their communities, what it is that they doing in their city, in their town, in the state, or whatever contributions that they have that they contribute to their hometown or in areas abroad. Julius Hall, like I said, which is the founder and the CEO of All Things Relevant Media, I'm gonna let him talk about what he got going on, and I'm gonna let him introduce what we have on the panel tonight. Julius Hall, I know, first of all, let me apologize, man, before we start the show. I appreciate you coming on board last week, man, to hold down the fort. We had a very interesting topic last week. We brought on the good brother Sonny Ellis, man, and he had a lot to talk about as far as some of the things that him and his organization over there doing, man, for the future. So I apologize that I didn't come on board. Let me explain though, man. I had 5 deaths in 1 week. Y'all hear me? 5 deaths in the same town in 1 week. That was very close to me. These 5 people that died, man, was very close to me, and that was something, man, that I had to deal with, so I apologize for that, for not coming on board to help you, but you did an awesome job. You did a hell of a job. You pulled it through. So yeah, so I'm gonna let you tell everybody who you are, man, and let you introduce who we got on the panel tonight.
Okay, AB, I forgot that I didn't send you the lineup. They got it. Those 2 guys got it. It'll be popping up there because I forgot. I thought you were in that string. But I sent it to both of them on what the show is tonight. But anyway, okay. I'm Julius Hall, CEO of ATR Consulting and CEO of All Things Relevant Media. You can find us on Facebook at All Things Relevant Media. And you can also find us at ATR Black Media Network on YouTube. Our website is being redeveloped, so we're doing a new website. We'll give you that information soon. You can also call in and talk to us about sponsorships so that we can do special things for you, like these things here, no, it's not the season premiere. Let me take that one down. But just putting your banner in the corner and sponsoring shows. But anyway, we have about 15 shows on this platform. They're anything from political to comedy to social issues to community to fashion, business, religion. We got a little known Black History Fact show coming. So we're doing it all on this show. We're bringing and we're forming our own narrative in this space. So y'all just stay tuned. We started at about 5,000 people. We're up to about 29, 30,000 people a month now. That's different. 29, 30,000 different people watch our shows a month. We're trying to get it on up so y'all like, share, invite, and do everything that's necessary to make this platform what it should be. But you will also be hearing about us. If you like, share, and invite your friends to see this show. You'll be able to see all the shows, whether that you caught them when they were live or not. You can go on any of those channels, on our Facebook channel, our YouTube channel, and watch the shows even after we've gone off the air. You can still watch the shows. So just tune in. Tonight we have two good friends of mine, Mr. Andre Richardson with my little brother. He's down in Daytona, Florida. And we're going to let him introduce himself. And then
Yes,
we got my passageway to prison brother. He's a correctional officer in North Carolina, Mr. Keith Richardson. And he'll introduce himself after Andre. And we'll get to doing some questions with them and just talking about everything that's going on. So Andre, tell us, who is Andre Richardson?
It don't even sound right what you saying, Andre Richardson. Andre Richardson, CEO of
your thing is for some reason
the Drake LLC. It's slow.
Yeah, it's kind of slow, but come a little closer to the camera a little bit, I guess. Yeah, we hear you.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I'm Andre Richardson of Building Solutions and Service. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Mic check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Go ahead.
Okay, Dre Richardson, CEO of Building Solutions and Services LLC, also CEO of the Dre Group LLC, where we build houses, and we also help people that can't go out for housing because or whatever the case may be. We provide a service. We give them room and board. They're on fixed income, so I give them provide a service to them where they have some money left over out of their fixed income. So that's what I'm doing down here in the Daytona Beach area and the surrounding areas. Looking forward to doing some transitional homes for people like leaving out of like foster homes, turning 18, well, housing home from 18 to 23 to get on their feet. So we looking forward to doing some things like that in the near future. So those are some of the things that Building Solutions and Services have going on, and the Ladre Group have going on in the Central Florida area. So that's some small things to introduce myself.
Okay, so we're gonna find out some more about the Ladre Group. If you have any option to put it in there, if you can put it in the text for the viewers to see, just tell them the name of your company, the Ladre Group, and the whole thing. You know what you're doing. Your two or three companies that you got. Okay, we got Keith Richardson next. Keith is a prison guard out of North Carolina. Keith, tell us what's happening with Prison to Passageway.
What's going on, good people? How's everybody doing out there today? First of all, I want everybody to be young and successful, always blissful, and never stressful. That's the first thing I want to say. Yes, my name is Keith Richardson. I am a correctional officer up at Central Prison. I've been a correctional officer for quite a while now, going on about 20 some odd years. Prior to that, I worked as a youth counselor over at Beacon Lake Plaza. And prior to that, I worked at Dorothea Dix Hospital as a forensic technician for the mentally insane. So we are blessed to be in the midst of these three soldiers for God right here. You guys out there doing all this healing work by spreading these words and getting out the information that people need. And that's what I'm trying to do as well. I'm trying to change the game as far as people going into the legal system, because it's nothing but people profiting off other people's pain. So what I'm trying to do now is change that. And even before I go any further than that, I want to say, AB, man, sorry for the loss of your family members. You know, the last time I had sent you a little text out, I told you I would be putting together a book with in Incarceration To Incorporation. I'm a man of my word, brother. I put it together, and I shout that out to you and all the lost, all the people that have been lost in your fam. You know what I'm saying? Inside this, brother, I got all the information that people may need for the ones that are incarcerated, the different forms and informations and things that they need to get to their loved ones. Also, I have information about how to get expungements done for cheap and sometimes almost for free. So I'm trying to dedicate what I had said that I was going to do, brother, in the name of the ones that you had lost, and I'm putting it towards what we said we was fighting for: healing.
Exactly. Appreciate that, brother. Hey, look, ain't nothing but blessings my way coming to you. I always give prayer, man, to those that I've encountered over the years, and to the ones that I know, man, accept me as a friend and accept me as a brother. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you for giving your word, and I appreciate you for following through with that.
God bless, no stress. I guess I'm so excited to be here with you three soldiers. You know what I'm saying? These soldiers of God. You know, Mr. Hall keep me up on point with everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he's out there spreading this word that need to be talked about and things. And he's touched on subjects that other people are afraid to get near. I see you, Mr. Mike Kelly. You would definitely get information on how to get that. I see you, brother. Shout out to Mike Kelly right there, right quick.
Okay, you know, AB and AB and Keith, we need to see how we can get this book circulated within the prison systems throughout the federal and the state level. So that's something that we need to work with Keith on how we can do that.
Most definitely.
So our first question tonight is to Mr. Dre Richardson. Dre, how did you get into this construction business?
1992, an older gentleman, he introduced it, and I took a liking to it and just kind of stuck to it. And I came back, I just got back into it. You know, and right now the market is booming, is great right now to be in it. So trying to get people to get out of renting mindset, owning. It don't make no sense. It's a 2% interest rate. You know, own. Get out of the mindset of renting it all the time and own your own property.
Right.
Hey, Andre, hey, Dre, let me ask you something. Let me back up.
Yes, sir.
You say you got back into it or whatever. Let the people know, man, where you came from a few years ago and where you at now, man. I don't know, Julius, what you put together, the package. I didn't see the package, but I want the people, the viewing audience, the people that's listening in, that's viewing in, I want them to know what we went through, man, as far as we come from an incarceration pathway, you know what I'm saying? The passageway to prison. And we came home, man, and we didn't look back. So don't be afraid to let the people know, man, that the pathway that you came from, and it gave you the drive to be able to do the things that you're doing now, man.
Right. After doing 10 years in federal prison, where I met, you know, great like yourself and my big brother Julius, and got back into it. You know, I was listening to people saying, You know, it's hard out here, is this, that, and the third. But they'll go and go to the mall or go to the strip clubs or whatever. And I chose to do something different. I chose to go to, instead of throwing in the air, I chose to, build structures. And what I that's part of my story. I use that as a stepping stone. I put that in my career, and we move forward. You know, we don't use that as no excuse. Okay, we went and done our time. We came back, and we being productive inside.
All right.
You know, so that's part of my story.
That's all good. I just wanted the people
I encourage
to know,
everybody, man.
Dre, I've seen you build several houses. I've seen you renovate several big houses. I've seen you with your crew, and you post all the pictures and everything, and it's so motivating to me to understand that you're being so successful in this business. And I just want people to know that it ain't over. All you got to do is just put yourself into whatever you want to do, and you can do it, you know, like you doing.
Right. By no means, and I want everybody to know it's not easy. I mean, it's not easy for like a black man. You know, I'm not using you know, it's not easy. You know, we have to fight through this, and you know, the roadblocks that set forth. You know, like simple things when you that I have ran into, like on a construction site, where the inspectors will fail because you didn't get a garbage can from a certain company. You know, where they don't corner the market. Like, I own my own garbage cans, you know, my trash cans. So why should I have to go to a certain company when I own my own, you know, own garbage can? So those are some of the, you know, the roadblocks that they put in front of you to try to discourage you. And then we have a lot of people sitting on the board that's 80 years old, that's stuck in time, you know, instead of, so you have to deal with those kind of things. You in the past, you know, you have the, you know, you still carrying a flip phone, but you sitting on a board, you stuck in times. So, you know, those are some of the roadblocks that I have ran into, you know, like the old senators and all that stuff that need to get out the way.
Stuck in their old ways. They can't see the new ways that's advancing. They're stuck in their old ways. They don't want to come out of them old ways. We got that same thing going on.
Old ways.
We got that same thing going on where I'm at, man, in North Carolina, in Wilson, man. All the old people up at the city council, man, they the older version. They stuck in their old ways, but they, from what I'm hearing though, they got a lot of the young ones that's coming forth, man, that hopefully can get all those older ones out of there working for the city council, man, and I guess that's going on in all cities, man, all states.
I have a question, Mr. Dre.
Man, I just have. Yes, sir.
What can we do?
Yes, sir.
To what can we do to help go around that situation? As far as, can we help purchase certain items that they are requiring you to have? How can we invest into what you're doing to help improve the situation, to eliminate them having to have any say so in what it is that you're doing?
It's like it's people in their ways. They're placed in positions. They're placed in positions, and basically you don't have say. We don't have say so. Man, it's real. Like when they talk about systemic racism, it's real. It's real. And like the board of a board, they automatically have their mind set when you walk in. When you walk in, they already know we're not gonna do it. We're gonna impose a fine. Like I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm going through right now. Okay, I have a project. Okay, I started work early, but on the project, but I wasn't doing no upgrades on the project. I was basically cleaning all the junk that the previous owner had in the property. So I basically cleaning it out. Man, they pull up like a SWAT team and pull up signs like stop work order, this, that, and the third. So I go through the proper channels, get my permits. So they charge me for an early start. They charge me double for an early start. Okay. So I go in front of the board is charging me $100 a day. In the world we came in, that's considered double jeopardy. You can't charge, you already don't fine me one time. Then you're gonna come back, a different entity gonna come back, charge me again. That's considered double jeopardy. But with the old mindset that these people have, they're right. In their mind, they're right. You charging me twice. How can you win?
That's correct.
I feel you.
That's correct.
You can't win. But the people that's coming behind, the older people condition the young people to be the same way. Somebody in that young generation got to break the cycle and say, man, you wrong. That's not right. That's not the proper thing to do.
And right. You're absolutely
but
correct.
If you don't have that, if you got old,
you're absolutely correct, Dre, because we are going through that problem all across the country, especially here in Savannah, where we have the same problem with these older people. We're not vetting them properly, and we're electing them, and they're still doing things the old way because they're scared of white people, really. And they want to do things instead of improving their community, which has been underserved for so many years. They go to doing things that has already been the status quo. So we have to vet these people a little bit better to put them in office, to understand that they serve the people, not themselves. And that's one of the things that we're doing, especially here on this platform. We want to form our own narrative, and we're forming our own narrative by telling the people the real side of the story. What we're doing on all these shows, especially this show, we're forming the narrative to tell these guys that it's not over. You can make a life out of where you came from. Once you done serve your time, that debt is paid. You don't have a debt anymore. You can start from scratch as long as you have the passion and determination to succeed.
That's
so
true.
When AB came up with this, with this show, with this idea of Incarceration To Incorporation, we want everybody to understand that you can go from prison and be a business owner. You look at you know, dude, I'm so proud of you and Sonny Ellis, Lee Sellers, all these guys. Charles Silk Dunn. You guys are an inspiration to me. I'm not in competition with you all. All I want to do is do what you all are doing. I want to improve life where I am. And AB, I'm proud of this boy. He got 3 damn companies. You know, he doing it all. He got all working, went to work and doing. He got a whole printing company, a clothing company, a lawn company.
I need a drink to that. I need a drink to that.
Hey, you know, and y'all doing it.
Bro. But Jude, let me tell you this. Okay, what will a person, okay, if we're not voting these people in and they set, you can't vote them out. They don't fear any consequences because they know that they're not going to suffer any consequences.
Yes,
but
correct.
if we can vote them out, they know they can't be voted out. They go in and do what they want to do.
Well, let me ask you this.
Follow?
Let me ask you this.
They don't
Hey,
have
Drake,
it's no repercussions.
well, let me ask you this. I don't know how it is in Florida or in Savannah or whatever, but I know how it is here where I'm at in Wilson. I know the city council, they work off of I think a 5 or 10 year what you call it where they already implemented a 5 and a 10 year plan. You know what I'm saying? So whatever somebody bringing to their attention within that 5 and 10 year plan, they're gonna automatically kick it out because it don't go coincide with what they already have planned out for that 5 and 10 year. You know what I'm saying? Is that how it go in y'all state?
No, they got 5, 10, 20
and where
years.
I'm at,
go ahead, Dre. Go ahead.
And where I'm at, you know, these people, you got 5 people on the board. Between the 5 people, they 2,000 years old. You know what I'm saying? So they old. Man, get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Get out the way. Time don't pass you by, but you holding on. But you killing the younger generation. And then the younger generation that you bring, you teaching them wrong. So when they come in, they cracking the whip just like the older people was doing. They don't see these people do it over the years. You know, and they come in and they adopt the same ways that you're gonna have like in the movie Django, you're gonna have some what was the guy named Samuel Jackson character? What was his name in Django?
Steven.
That's what you got. That's what you got.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
You know,
I just want to send a shout out to
somebody got to break that.
Yeah, without a doubt. I want to send a shout out to all the people out there watching. I want y'all to know that if you share this, especially the brothers who've been through the struggle with us, Mumu, Adam Butler, Mio, Carson Prince. Yeah. They're all out there, Mike Kelly. We all been locked up with these guys, and these guys know what the struggle is. Y'all share it with people. Share it. Tell them to get on this platform. We every Friday. AB and I are here every Friday. Keep is with us every other Friday or so, once or twice a month. And Dre is going to be a regular after a while. It's just sharing this inspiration to tell people that we are better than what people think we are. If you can hustle and sell drugs and get into trouble and do the things that you were doing, you can damn sure run a business. And this is what we're trying to show you. We're all success stories. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing all the time. We just had to have this harness up out of us and brought up out of us so we can do the right thing. And we got some wrongs to rectify, and we're doing those things. So once paid, the debt is no longer a debt. So y'all share this, invite your friends to like all things relevant media. Watch our show every Friday at 6 p.m. and we can move the narrative forward in our communities.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So Keith,
I have a question for the
Go ahead, Jerry.
Yes, sir.
Question for Brother Keith. You mentioned aforementioned about management. What is the process to getting your record expunged?
You said the process of getting your record expunged. There's several different processes to getting it expunged. In the book in itself, I have information who to contact to get your record expunged, because what has been happening is you do your time, you come home, and you have a felony charge, and it shows up on your record. So when you go to fill out an application, people don't want to give you the opportunity to start over. So this is why I put the information in about who to contact, where to go to make sure you get the proper paperwork to get your record expunged and get back into society. Because one of the things that is that holds everybody back is the fact that even after you come out from being incarcerated, people want to hold your past against you. Here it is. We have had governors here in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? We had John Easley, brother Easley. He was using the helicopter. I don't mean to put him out there, but I'm gonna put him out there. And he was able to keep everything because he's able to get his record expunged. They make it so simple for certain people to get their record expunged and make it so difficult for others. And this is the thing that has to change. We're not putting up with that anymore. There's a double standard.
Two Americas. Two Americas. That's correct. I did a show on that last night. Well, Wednesday night on Two Americas, you know, and that's what we definitely have. It's one for whites and one for the rest of the country, you know, and it's just being truthful. We're not being racist. We're just being truthful. And in order for us to have unity, to all of us to be one country, we have to be able to have our white brothers also share in their disbelief and disagreement with the two Americas, so that we can form one America and do things on the right level. What are the keys to your success, Dre? What did you feel like you had to do? I mean, what motivated you to do the things that you did?
Just not looking for no handout. Not being in a rat race with, you know, somebody who the only person I'm in a race with is myself. I look in the mirror, I'm chasing that person I see in the mirror, you know, and that's what motivated me. Like, you come home and you see people for handouts. When we've been gone, we come home to basically nothing. And we make it happen. We make it happen.
Right.
You know, I sit around, I see people like, hey, listen, man, I see people, you know, what I do, you know, what I do is when people beg me for, or ask me for something that's standing, you know, an able body, you know what I tell them? I say, hey, man, dude come to me the other day and say he was schizophrenic. He had all kind of issues or whatever. This is what he's telling me. This is a story he's selling. So I say, hey, man, you know, I'm suffering from the same thing. I say, hey, here go a match. You can go in the bank and get you some money. He said, hey, man, I don't want it like that. I said, man, you ain't crazy. I told him, hey, look, I told her, hey, man, the mask and go in the bank. Look, man, you go a mask, you go in the bank and ask for some money. He said, nah, I don't want to do that. I said, hey, man, you ain't crazy then.
Right.
He ain't crazy at all. If you ain't do that, go in the bank.
He ain't crazy at all. Yeah. He different.
Hey, that joke got a lot of sense.
But prior to that, he told me you was crazy. You was schizophrenic. He got a lot of sense. So, man, hey, man, I got a story, but I share with everybody, man. If people knew my story, man, it'll be a wild moment.
That's what we got a lot of shows.
You know, this not, you know, I don't share my story.
We're gonna share it one of these days.
Right. I don't share my story. Right. We'll share it one of these days.
Yeah,
you know,
we're gonna make sure we do.
I had a dude told me. Right. Bro, I had a dude told me I've been winning all my life. So I said, yeah. I said, well, what the hell you was at when I was standing up at 4 and 10 o'clock for the last 10 years. I wasn't winning in. While you was out here doing what?
Yeah, well, you standing up for 4 o'clock count and 2 o'clock count.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
He was right in the way, Drake. Hey, Drake, he was right in the way because you was winning. You know, you was winning because you was staying. You was still staying.
Right.
And that's the great thing about it.
Still
yeah. Keith, we got a question for you, Keith, and it was what? Huh? What you say, Drake?
You know, Drake behind.
This question was for Keith. What made you become a prison guard, Keith?
12 on the wall.
12 on the wall. 12. Hey, Keith, do they call you 12 too, Keith?
Actually, they do. You know, when you come on the block. You know what it is when you come on the block.
Yeah,
you heard all the block.
Keith. Tell them what 12 is.
As soon as you coming on the block, you hear 12, 12, 12. They letting them know that I'm coming on the block. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say something though, man. I don't care if I'm working up in the mental health part of the prison or if I'm working in the WRB. That they will always yell out 12. So they go to show you that even in the mental health part, they can't be but so crazy. They able to know that I'm coming on the block, so they start yelling out 12. You see what I'm saying? But I want to say this, brothers. The thing about change is that it comes about when you least expect it. With this coronavirus and working inside the prison system and being around COVID all the time, there's a big change just taking place in the prison system right now. Unfortunately, just recently we lost one of our healthcare providers, one of the nurses succumbed to the COVID virus and passed away over at the prison. And you know, it's sad, but I want to get back to your question. You said what made me become a prison guard. So I'm gonna go ahead and touch on that. What made me become a prison guard actually was that I get to the point to where I believe that I'm in the place where I have to be, that where God sent me to do the most help, to be the most helpful. And I didn't choose this for myself. I think that it just came about that way, that this was my calling to go there and be around individuals and also help spread the gospel and also be fair in a place that is not fair. You know what I mean? You want to go there and treat everybody like you want to be treated. You want to treat each individual like a human being. You don't want to treat nobody the way you don't want to be treated. And unfortunately, you have some people there that they work from a place of anger and a place of misconduct, because maybe when they were in high school, they got bullied. So now they want to be bullies. You know what I'm saying? And they want to go there and bully guys. I don't put up with that. I'm not going to be around anybody treating anybody wrong, no matter what's going on. You're going to treat everybody like a human being. If not, then you don't need to be working here. That's not something that I'm going to take place in.
Okay.
That's awesome. Brother Keith, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I have a question. How do you separate inside and then transitioning back outside to your normal life? Can you separate the two?
The answer to that is you can't. You know, I don't care what people tell you. I suffer just like anybody else that works inside there from some form of PTSD. You know what I mean? That there's no way you can go inside and become desensitized to watching people stab, cut, give each other $150 across the face. Yeah. Somebody has to go to PREA, the Prison Rape Elimination Act, because somebody's being violated as a man. You know what I'm saying? And see this for 20 some odd years and be the same person that you were when you walked in there. Your attention span and your ability just to be able to cope with things is not the same. You know what I mean? I have you're more short-tempered, and you know you have to be careful, because working inside of a prison, you're there to diffuse and to stop things from popping off. But you also have to be able to maintain situations where people don't want to hear you say anything, even though it may be for the best of their health. I might tell a brother on the block, hey man, make sure you keep that mask on, cover up. And he'll look at me and say, who the hell are you to be telling me this, that, and third, blah, 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 blah. And I say, okay, you don't have to cover up, but the guy next to you got COVID. So in the next couple of days, I'll cover you up. Because it ain't gonna take long for it to get in your system and kill you. He'll stop real quick and be like, all right, brother. All right. I see where you're coming from, brother. All right. Because I'm just keeping it real with them. And I'm saying that to protect me as well, because I got to go in that cell. I got to feed you. I got to make sure you get your medicines. I got to make sure you get the clothing that you're supposed to have, the right size. Give me that respect as a man as well, and see that I'm a brother in here that's not trying to take advantage of it just because the system have, and show me that respect and give me that respect and show you that I got love for you, because no matter what, we all brothers, no matter the skin color or your gender, none of that stuff. I'm gonna treat you like you want to be treated, and that's like a human being.
That's correct. That's awesome. That's the kind of prison guards that we that's why you on here, because see, we can relate to somebody like you because you saw us as a man. You didn't see us as a number. You didn't see us as somebody lower than a man. You didn't see us as an inmate. You saw us as a man first, and that's it. It matters. You see the people as a man, even though you weren't with us in the federal prison, which is like night and day from the prison, the state prison. You saw us as a man. Dre, the next question is for you. What is the YOLO life?
That's that YOLO. That's that YOLO. I'm surprised he ain't. Hey, look, I'm surprised he ain't put that on no t-shirt. You got to put a clothing line.
We gonna put it on the t-shirt.
Hey, look, let me get the license for that, Dre.
I had the t-shirts, but I didn't do the license for it. But the YOLO life is, man, you only live once. Every day, man. What we did yesterday is yesterday, man. Live life to the fullest, man. You only live once. That's what I live by. I stand by. Hey, that's the YOLO life. Live life to the fullest.
I got a question on that. How long have you been going up under that YOLO umbrella, though? You know what I'm saying? Have you always had that inspiration?
Man, since I was young. Since I was young, man, I was taught, live every day like it's your last or whatever. You just live. You live life.
Right.
Man, I've been living life since I can remember.
Hey.
And like the young people say, no cap. That's no cap.
No cap. No cap. Hey, there's no cap. No cap with me too. No cap with me too.
Well, I love the yo-yo life because I see you and it rubs off and it motivates me to say, I want to be able to take off and just travel when I want to, because I see you all over the country. You might be in California one day, you're in New York the next, you're in Atlanta the next day. You're doing it all. You go to everything that it is because you made a way to work for yourself. Nobody pays you, you pay yourself. And it's all legal. You've rehabilitated yourself to understand that you can do whatever your mind sets out to do.
Hey, look, the brother popped up on me one weekend.
Yeah, he pop up everywhere over the country.
Hey, look, man. He popped up on me, man. Had a photo session with me and everything, man. We look, man. Look, man. So yeah, I agree with you, man. Ain't no telling where he gonna end up at.
COVID slowed him down.
Yes, COVID slowed him down. That's the only reason he ain't everywhere else. We got a question for Keith. Keith, due to your prison career, guard career, have you considered becoming a youth mentor? I think you already are, right?
Yes, sir. I am. I am right now. I go to anywhere that I'm needed. I come out. I do PowerPoint presentations. Passageway to prison. Passageway to prison, and you can also go to Passageway to Prison 3, the number 3. Passageway to Prison, the number 3. And you can look at some of the stuff on there. All you got to do is send me your information. Send me your information or call that phone number, or you can call me direct at 919-673-0474. That's 919-673-0474. I come out, I do a whole hour PowerPoint presentation. I talk about some of the things you won't ever hear about or see on TV about prison. I tell you about what it's like to eat a neutral loaf. You might not know what a neutral loaf is if you've never been in prison. I'll tell you what it's like to speak prisonese. That's a language in prison. And there, if I tell you, wait, man, break bread, you don't know what I said. I said, wait, man, break bread. But everybody that's being locked up, they know that I'm telling you, you either you want to go to Wake Med Hospital, or do you want to break bread and give me your food tray? So that way, you know, I teach you prisonese. I tell you about the companies that are making a profit off our slave labor. And when I say slave labor, I don't mean just black people or white people or my Latino brothers. You know, es muy difícil de aprender nuevos idiomas. Tú necesitas de practicar nuevas palabras todos los días. Shout out to my Latino brothers and sisters. We got to come together as a force, as a unit, to combat people that are taking advantage of us. And it's that time, brothers and sisters. I look at these kings. These are kings up here. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, all 3 of these kings up here that have changed their situations and showing the dedication through the perspiration to go out there and get it the right way. And they changing the games. People don't like to hear this. They don't like to see us coming together, because here's another thing that people ain't taking into consideration. All 4 of us get together with 4,000 or 4 million of us. We get together and cast a vote for one person or the other side. We got a lot of political power. So you did us a favor by making us band together the way that you have. You did us a favor. COVID-19 has done us a favor. It was a blessing in disguise, because it took all the power away from the schools. The schools are closed. So are the churches. So are the courtrooms and the politicians. So now everybody's starting from scratch. We know what it is to go out here and work without or with the least amount. This is new for y'all. This ain't new for us. So now guess what? We got the advantage, and we know you guys a lot better, because we've been studying you longer than you have been studying us, because you have forgot about us. And let me say one more thing. One of the most powerful men in the world was locked up and incarcerated. You called him Jesus Christ. Pontius Pilate was his judge. So remember what he did. You just remember. Now, I'm not saying that we Jesus Christ, so everybody cool out, don't flip out or nothing. I'm just saying that we the closest thing to it, because we his children and we God's sons. We got his strength and his power. Yeah, I did say that.
Powerful, 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 powerful. Are the inmates being getting the vaccine yet?
They have not started with the inmates yet. They have the National Guard at the prisons as I speak right now, giving out the vaccines to all of the officers first and all of the nurses. And then the ones that want it, they will offer it to them.
Okay. All right. Okay. We got that. We got about 10 minutes left, and we want to make sure.
Say one other thing, though.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you one thing about this COVID in prison. A lot of the prisons have been using the people that are incarcerated to do all of the cleaning, the cooking, the janitorial work, the barbershop. They've been doing all of that. But see, with COVID, they can't go out there and do it. See how God changed that? He took away their slave labor. See, all of the politicians and the priests and all the other people that couldn't do it, when it got down to a higher power, he took it away from them. So now they
Okay.
put the pressures on the prison guards to go out there to do the cleaning and the mopping and the cleaning and trying to pass out trade. Let me tell you something, man. You didn't hire me for that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You didn't hire me for that. So don't be looking for me to do it.
Okay. Okay. Stand up, brother. That's what our stand up brothers right there in the prison system. And we appreciate him and we love him because he stands up and he treats people like they're supposed to be treated. You're a man first.
I have a question for the brother Keith. Are you afraid of any repercussion from you doing shows like this?
Let me say this, brother, and I mean this from the heart. I can't live my life worried about what somebody else is gonna do to me when I get up every day and go inside of a prison and work for 12 hours. If I ain't worried about my life,
yes, sir.
I ain't worried about my life on the outside of it, neither, no repercussion that come with it.
To God be the glory. To God be the glory. Okay, we're gonna move on to we ain't got we got 8 minutes left. We got 8 minutes left, and I want to go over a few things. What y'all think real quickly?
We get ready to go off topic now, boy.
Yeah, we finna go to your thoughts on the Trump second impeachment.
Woo!
Real quick now, because we ain't got but 8 minutes.
Can I go first?
Yes, sir.
That shit. Can I go first?
Yes, sir.
It's a dog and pony show. It's a dog and pony show. There's nothing you can do to him. Why waste the taxpayers' money? He's not a sitting president. I don't agree. I don't agree with it.
Okay. AB?
I don't agree with it either, because like Dre just said, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of taxes money being put out there, and it's a waste of giving him all the glory. It's basically putting him on the forefront. You know what I'm saying? It's giving him everything. It's the limelight has been given to Donald Trump. He lost the election. Let his ass go do whatever it is he got planned to do next.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. And Keith, what's your thoughts on it?
Trump has become a religion to some people. Trump is the closest thing to a political Jim Jones. He can go out there and make people climb walls and fall and kill themselves behind the things he say to do and don't do. He'll look right at you and it'll be raining outside and tell you that it's sunny. And them fools will go out there and be looking for the sunshine.
Well, that brings up this, Keith. I wanted to show a few pictures of these fools that you were talking about, and I want y'all to see them. That's them climbing the wall. They're dressed in all kind of costumes and every damn thing. It was a whole bunch of them there. So you got to realize these people work with you every day. They next to you at your job. They in the stores with you. These are the same people, these fools right here. Look at them. They climbing the walls and everything, getting up there at the Capitol, but they want to talk about the Black Lives Matter people. You can't talk about the Black Lives Matter people when you acting like animals right there. Look at that, Dre. They in trees, Dre. They in trees. But they want to call us monkeys. But look at these motherfuckers, they in trees.
I see it.
Yeah, look at this dude here. He ain't thinking nothing but Trump.
Hey, man.
That's all. Look at him. You could tell the racist. Look at him. You could tell a racist by just looking at him. By just looking at him. A bunch of them wear suits and ties now. But still, look at these people, man. It was a bunch of them there.
But listen, check this out though. The ones that they locked up and charged, they the ones doing all the crime. They the ones trying to get out of jail. They the ones trying to apologize for what they did. No, you're gonna have to wear that. You got to wear that. Now the shoe is on the other foot.
But listen. Let me tell you this. If all us get somewhere, I'm the driver, I don't know what to do or going in the Capitol to do, and y'all kill somebody kill a Capitol Police. Guess what? All of us are being charged.
We all going
even though we all gonna be charged. So whoever was on that Capitol, in the Capitol that day, when whoever got killed are accessories to murder. They should be charged with murder. Because if it was you, me, Keith,
that is fact.
Brother Juke, our ass would be in charged with accessory to murder. We would be charged with accessory to murder.
Of course.
Hands down.
Of course. That's the whole example of being. That's the whole example of being two Americas. It's being two Americas. We're being judged by it's two Americas because, like you said, they should be brought up on those murder charges. This is a punishment that they have to wear that punishment, man. We will wear that punishment. We will wear that punishment.
One of the other things that nobody speaks about is the officer that shot and killed that lady that was trying to break into the hallway. They don't show that officer. They don't speak that officer's name. They haven't identified that officer out of fear of the retaliation of what some of those people in that crowd would do to that officer. That says a lot.
But you know, brother,
and he's considered a hero. Man. He should be considered a hero.
Yeah. They identified Goodman. But you know what? And I'm gonna say this here. Every bullet that the Capitol Police had should have been used. Every single bullet. Right. They breached the Capitol, which was showing the world how weak our system is of protecting the people who make the laws and run the government here. Everybody there should have had a bullet to the head. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Hey, listen. The fact that they got help to get there. The fact that who was my man? What's his name? His wife made sure they got the buses down there. What was his name?
Thomas.
Clarence Thomas. Say it one more time.
Clarence Thomas.
His wife got the buses to get them down there.
But he ain't from Savannah. He from Wilson.
He's from your backyard. He's from up the street. He's from up the same street you live on, George. We don't want him. We don't want him up this way.
He's a coward. He's a coward. And look,
he the character in Django. He the character in Django.
Yeah, Steven.
He's Candyland.
Yeah, he's Steven all day long. He looked like Steven, as a matter of fact. He even looked like him. He even looked like him. I'm ashamed to say. Look, I'm ashamed to say this.
After Steven.
I'm ashamed to say that idiot is from Savannah. I am. He's an idiot.
Hey, look. Hey,
anybody can tell him what I say, and any of his family members can go to hell with him if you don't like what I say. Clarence Thomas is an idiot.
We got less than a minute left on the show, man. So we gonna
they don't claim it.
And we're gonna give our closing statement.
No, they don't. 30 seconds, Dre. Tell us what it is, Dre. 30 seconds. 30 seconds, Dre.
Live your life to the fullest. YOLO. Yes, sir.
YOLO.
All right. Keith.
YOLO. Live your life to the fullest.
Hey, man. Young and successful. Always blissful. Never stressful.
All right.
That's all right. Hey, Julius, say what you got to say, man, so I can close this thing out.
Okay, y'all just tune in. 9 o'clock, you got the Air Scott Hour. You can stay right on this same channel. All Things Relevant Media. You got the Air Scott Hour. Catch me at 12 noon tomorrow for the Watchdogs. 12 noon tomorrow for the Watchdogs. And Sunday, you got 7 p.m. You got Anthony Maben and Reggie Hassan with Voices in the Struggle. Watch us. Tune in. We got you. The narrative changes here.
Appreciate y'all for stopping through, man, tuning in, man. And I appreciate you, Dre. Appreciate you for coming on board. And I appreciate the viewing audience. I appreciate y'all for coming on, the viewing audience for tuning in. And I'll see y'all next Friday from 6 to 7. Incarceration to Incorporation. All Things Relevant Media. All Things Relevant Consultant. All Things Relevant,
All right, brother Mike.
All Black Network. We appreciate y'all.
Peace out, brother Mike.
And don't go nowhere, gentlemen. Y'all stay right there. We out of here. Y'all stay right there. We have a 2-minute after show session. All right, we'll see you next Friday, 6 p.m. people.
All right.